players should be getting themselves pretty good starting hand.
Well, so we have the typical, I would say, Miracle Rogue with the addition of Piloted Shredders, which we have seen quite a lot with the introduction of Tinker Traps of the Oils. And then we have Kolento with Nerubian Eggs, Void Cores, and Iron Beak Owls. I would say 3 trademark cards for Zoo nowadays.
I would say, yeah, Iron Beak Owl could be found in handlock, mid-range lock. Then again, if you look at this could very well be mid-range Warlock, which I know Kolento does favor quite a bit. It's a deck that he's played a lot of, and I think he was one of the first players that I've seen make it work very, very well.
Oh, wow. Look at that hand for Firebat.
Yeah, Coin SI7.
And also Deadly Poison with Blade Flurry.
Right.
This is one of the most important combinations you can get against that type of board control deck.
I don't think it gets much better than this. And what's interesting is Kolento's got, you know, the coin, the most important card against aggro matchups.
Firebat got the coin.
Firebat got the coin, yes, sorry. And that's a really important card if you're facing a deck like Zoo, which, as we see, oh god, he picked up a Void Terror.
Now this might be a really huge problem for Firebat.
Yeah.
You know that, well, he has double Deadly Poison, so that's 5 damage sweep with the Blade Flurry.
He could wipe the board actually, but that's going to be a huge investment for 3 minions. If he has to do it, this could be a big problem. We're gonna have to see what Kolento plays, but Void Terror does look too good.
I think
to
it's
pass.
just Void Terror on the egg only, and that's it.
Yeah, definitely. Otherwise, Sap would probably be too big an issue.
And now, Firebat faces the situation when he might clear the board.
Yeah.
If he uses almost all of his resources,
So let's
which
think.
feels bad.
Deadly, yeah, it's just so horrible
Deadly
to have
Coin Agent to deal 2 damage to the Void Terror. So next turn, you might have a better sweep with the Deadly Poison.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
not
the
going
Blade
all in on the Deadly Poisons is obviously the right play. I don't think you can afford going all in on the
What
SI,
about
on the Deadlies, that is.
just dropping the Farseer here?
So you let it be traded away, and then you
Probably
get a
then
better
Void
board
Terror will trade with the Farseer, right? So you kind of essentially gain 5 HP because you heal 2, and the Void Terror kills the Farseer. But it's kind of the same when you just.
I like the coin Deadly Poison SI7 a lot better.
The first option.
Yeah, the first option we mentioned I think is a bit it's a bit of a safer play, and it gives you a lot of
He goes double Deadly Poison. No.
Well, this is what we call an all-in.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, he's going to deny his opponent the ability to get an amazing defensive Argus. But now the Void Color is going to come out. Lucky for Firebat, there are no demons left in Kolento's hand for the time being.
Unlucky for Kolento because he didn't get the value from the defensive Argus.
Right. That's exactly where he wanted it to be. Like, the board was very well set up.
Oh, look, that's sad.
That's
the Void
convenient.
yeah.
Kolento's got defensive Argus, though. Oh, goodness.
Now, this is a really important draw. So what do we do here? You sacrifice it?
I think I consider
you want to
vomiting my
deny the
hand
sap,
here.
right?
Yeah, you can't let it be sapped, so then you discard cards. I think this is definitely the play he's got to make. He's gonna make it. Down goes the Shredder, and out comes a useless card. Okay.
It's a 3-2.
It's
Better
a 3-2,
than a
right?
2-3.
Right. In this case, it was, because it dealt more damage, which puts the Doomguard in an easier range to kill. But now there's a big problem for Firebat.
Also, there's something important to say. The Death Rattle triggers have been important here, because you could have seen that the spawn from the Piloted Shredder was after the Nav Juggler.
The Nav Juggler, yes, that's right.
Yeah, so the Void Core was played first, and this way it pops first before the Piloted Shredder comes out.
So it can't deal damage to the minion that comes out if it were, for instance, a 2-1. Now there's a really good play for Firebat. Well, really good. That's maybe an overstatement, but sapping the Doomguard, then using the SI7 on the Knife Juggler looks pretty appealing to me.
He goes for the Piloted Shredder, which will give him more board control in the future, unless there's an implosion.
Unless there's an implosion, yeah, that's kind of inconvenient.
But I still think that...
Oh, wow, okay.
I would go for the Defensive Argus anyway, you know?
Just stop the rogue, because you've seen 1 Blade Fury and 2 Deadly Poison, which is a really big deal. Oh, let's see what comes out of the Shredder. Uh-oh. Not the card you want to see, but at the same time, do you really want to waste your 5 damage on this?
I don't think you want to waste 5 damage on it. I think you just go face, and that's it. 8 damage to the face is really important. Oh, it sacrifices the Nav Juggler for that. Okay.
Well, that's a pretty big investment, but what is he really afraid of? I mean, if Eviscerate hits the Doomguard, he's still ahead, right? usually. So I guess flooding the board for Firebat is the only way to win. The defensive Argus is going to be a huge problem. Alright, so we got defensive Argus on the Doomguard. He could trade with everything. I just don't know if it's worth it to buff the egg at this point. So if you buff the egg and you trade everything away into the 3/3s, would you ever consider just defensive Argus, the egg, and the Doomguard?
I think the placement is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking at. It feels a bit weird, but... Yeah. Oh, wait. What if you play the Creeper on the far left and then Defender it? Oh,
yeah, right,
goodness.
Right. Wow.
That's
what
damage out.
is
He might just go face at this point, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. You've seen Blade Flurry and pretty much everything. That's pretty much the only board wipe left in Rogue anymore.
Yep.
So if you've seen Blade Flurry plus double deadly, that's as good as it's going to
Fan
get.
of Lives has no impact here.
Yeah, it's, it's
not at
completely
all.
dead.
Yep.
That actually does solve the problem over 2 turns, which is too late. Okay, never mind. That doesn't solve a problem. If it takes 2 turns, it's probably not a solution. All right. Well, I think
he likes prep here.
Yeah.
What about sprint into prep, into sap,
into hope to live 1 more turn?
Yeah. Well,
okay. You know what? I don't dislike that. It also lets you fetch possible spell damage, which could be really important. So, you know, that Blade Flurry was really all in from Firebat. Like, the double deadly Blade Flurry was really, really all in.
It was all in and it doesn't work.
Yeah,
That's
I think
the
that might have
problem.
been a bit of an overextension, but he knows better than I do. Ooh, he's got Fan of Knives and the backstab.
Backstab doesn't do much. Oh, that's the end of the game.
Yeah, no prep, no win. That's exactly what he was looking for. Well,
10-9 Doomguard. I would say that's a big creature.
that's balance. And now Kolento, he's showing off his deck with a bit of BM. Now Firebat gets a glean into the deck. He knows there are 2 Knife Rollers.
Crucial information right here in
Yeah.
Conquest format when he doesn't use the deck anymore.
So going on to the game here, Kolento picking up a Wild Growth and a Harrison Jones and an Innervate against a Rogue. I think this is a pretty good hand, Lothar.
This is a pretty good hand, I would say.
Okay, so you just, coin Wild Growth and go all in from there.
Coin out. If you coin out Wild Growth this turn, you say to your opponent, I have a next Rames shade.
Yeah.
But then there's no 50 Shades of next Rames, so...
Yeah, there's no 50 Shades of Nax, and the problem with this play is it telegraphs something to a Rogue to ideally maybe get her to play around it. He's just gonna go for the Harrison Jones right away.
Well, it's a 5-mana Ancient of Law.
That's a decent play, actually. It
Yeah.
forces Firebat's early game tempo to be thrown out completely.
It's kind of weak to backstab Agent, though.
Right.
But fortunately for him, there's nothing like that. And now, Firebat is kind of pushed to play Farseer, I would say.
Yeah, it's just a straight up body. That, or you play Dagger Deadly, or you keep Deadly for the Eviscerate next turn.
Then you have to play it next turn, yeah.
Yeah.
But then you deny yourself the possible Palted Shredder. Like, this is so bad for Firebat.
And the thing is, it doesn't even matter what Firebat's game plan is. If he takes enough damage, it's inevitable he's gonna die. Like, that's how Druid plays typically, right? They're putting you on a clock very early, and it doesn't really matter what you do past a certain point. If you've reached 14 health, you're probably dead. Even less so when they got the tempo and they can afford to use the Claw as chargers.
And the Palted Shredder dealt 7 damage so far.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We have 4 now, but the Bad Bomber will attack in the face. So that's 7 for just 4 mana.
Yeah, and it's not even done. This little bomber might actually deal even more.
Yep.
There's a possibility of that. So.
And we see there's a swipe in hand. So if you go face with the Joy of the Claw, right? Oh, he played it in taunt mode.
I have to say I'm a little surprised, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm surprised here too, because you just saw one Eviscerate also being, played.
I was, 97.37% sure that he would play it as a charge, but there's
He would be
always
already
that
at
little bit of
14,
charge. Right,
right?
yeah. You put him on the clock right away, and you're threatening lethal with the combo eventually. But
Well, to be honest, if he wanted to play it in taunt mode, I would say Palted Shredder would be better.
Right, then playing a 4/6 on top.
Because it doesn't really, you know, if it kills your Mad Bomber with the attack, you're kind of okay with that. Because what do you care? There will be like backstabs, agents all over the place, so you don't need that free body anyway.
So I think what he's trying to he's thinking about is if he had a sap, he would have already used it. So by putting it at 4/6, I'm forcing him to attack into it anyway, and he has to also use the Eviscerate on top of just the Eviscerate for the 4/4.
Yeah,
maybe that's the line of thinking. It feels like maybe I'm meta thinking this, but I wouldn't put it past Kolento.
Here you have two options, three actually. Pilot the Shredder, Hero Power, go face, trade the Mad Bomber.
that sounds pretty.
Then the second option, Keeper of Grove, deal 2 damage to the Farseer, finish it off with the Hero Power, and I feel that's the most powerful because you maintain huge board control.
You're not weak to sap at all, not even one bit.
And your health points are just mana points at this in this situation because you use it as a Wrath for one. Without the card rules.
Firebat's draw is actually surprisingly terrible here. Like Kolento, on the other hand, with the Wild Growth Innervate right away, and the Hearthstone Jones denying Firebat's ability to use his weapon.
Savage Roar. Wow,
that might be lethal with Swipe.
Yeah, Swipe, Savage Roar, that's lethal. 4, 7, 9, 11, 15 damage.
Well, raise your pepperonis, boys. This is it for the first game. Second game, that is. Druid just doing what it does. I mean, I have nothing else to add to that. This Wild Growth Innervate and then the perfect follow-up. You can't really stop stuff like this. It's not really down to your playstyle at that point.
Especially when you're sitting with double sprints, Tinker Swaps, or...
Yeah, like he's got the worst possible curve, and he runs into the best possible curve. And coming from a Druid, that's even worse, because they have tempo minions. They have ways to put you on inevitability eventually, so it's just a matter of time before you fall down. So, all right, getting to the game here. We see. How do you even evaluate this hand from Kolento?
I think it sucks. All 4 cards suck.
Okay, that sounds pretty straightforward.
Usually, you want an off-shot crack.
Right.
But why?
Yeah,
why in this situation?
Yeah.
In the Shadow Madness, okay, it's cool against Farseer and Agent, but the Rogue has to get 2 minions to get value.
Yeah, to get value from it, you have to let him play 2 3/3s on the board, which is almost too problematic.
Or a Farseer into Piloted Shredder. But then you're like, but if he has those 2 minions, even if he has 1 minion, he can go with Tinker Short Stop
and punch your face once with it, and it's already like, 7 damage. You're not like 7 health. You're not.
What do you do with a 7 attack minion? You can't Shadow Menace that.
You have to Shadow Word Death, but you lose your entire turn. So you're not really anywhere ahead. Kolento finds no Char Cleric, and now that the Wild Power was damaged, Firebat has no way to handle it unless he goes for the SI7 agent play. Wait, I have the idea. No, there's no idea. Never mind.
Coin Agent is the one. Yeah. One option to deal with that, but what
Coin
about
Shredder Prep Eviscerate? Probably.
What
not,
about
right?
you ignore the?
Can you ignore a damage minion on a priest board? I don't know, man. I'd feel very threatened by that. I feel like that's a very risky move. So I think prep coin into sprint is a great play. So is he going to go for the prep Eviscerate? That's what I want to know. I don't think so, because it's very all-in, but... he does not, indeed.
Still, that's an interesting card, because it feels like a recurring card in Priest.
Yeah.
Sometimes like 0, sometimes 2.
Sometimes you put... Yeah, exactly. You don't... It's a flex spot for Priest, and I like that about the card. But a lot of people said that they feel like Priest wouldn't be playable without Thoughtsteal.
Really?
Some people think that the best matchups of Priest are made.
Oh wow! That's not that bad for.
That's actually it's kind of annoying with the Shadow Madness, but at least you can trade any 3-drop. Blood Mage Thalnos gets traded into it.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
And.
Yeah, it's good damage, but.
How do you deal with the Priestess now? So he's not able to trade with your. What's the name? One-Eye Cheat?
One-Eye Cheat, yeah, that's the name. I don't know, like, I wonder one day if they'll add, like, the Goblin subtype.
Oh, there's the backstab. He was looking for that. That was really important.
He didn't find a single one so far, so I don't think it's...
No, that was the last draw.
Yeah.
The last draw. Oh, look, second Pyromancer. Okay, so you Pyromancer Thoughtsteal.
I think so, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It kind of dies
Well,
the
it's a
dagger.
sacrifice, but is this a good time? Is that or Wild Pyro, Light of the Naru, heal the Wild Pyro? That's not even that bad, is it?
Is it? Well, you spawn a 1-2, which will be 3-2 after the heal.
Yeah. It's that or you go Light of the Naru to kill the 4-1, which is fine too. Yeah, he does that, alright.
Yeah, it will spawn the minion also. Yeah, that's not bad. That's actually the best move here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Who appeared next turn?
And look at the hand size of Firebat here. He's going to be able to get himself almost, whoa. That's going to be disgusting damage.
And also, this is the situation I was talking about.
Yeah.
You don't care about the board for the priest.
He's not going to kill you.
He's not going to kill you in 4 turns, I would say.
Oh. That's a bit problematic.
I think you'd Thought Steal anyway.
I think you have to try the Thought Steal, yeah.
If you Thought Steal...
If you find...
Backstep, second one.
Deadly Poison. You know what? There may be 2 deadlies left.
Fire Steal. Wow. You can use it for damage.
This
Look
is
at
crazy!
That.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kolento, seeing it right away. And the trade.
That's really great. Because
What a sick Thought Steal.
you use the Light of Naru to
Right.
kill a creature, to spawn a creature, to kill a creature.
Yeah, this is just insane. It's complete... it's combo world. I don't even understand. Like, this is probably the best outcome it could have gotten from Thought Steal on the 6 mana.
Probably.
Yeah.
Now, Kolento has to deal with the Emperor, but it already done its work.
Yeah. So what you're telling me here is that the Thought Steal that summoned a minion to deal damage to a minion that was dealt damage to a minion to summon the Light Warden now died to the minion that was Thought Stolen? That's pretty crazy. that is some serious stuff.
Drake for 4 mana? Sure. Why
Balanced.
not?
Oh, yes. So if you redagger, it costs... You can play Deadly and then Blade Flurry, but that's not really worth it.
What about a really big Edwin?
How big can you make? I think you can actually make it quite big.
Like 800 and 800.
That sounded
Look.
more wrong than I thought.
Use 2 mana. So you have essentially 5 mana with that. Well, never mind. He doesn't go for it.
Yeah, he's avoiding the...
Eviscerate
Van Cleef
now,
Edwin.
right? To Okanai, I would say. Or to the Belcher. Because then you deny him the option to heal the Belcher.
Edwin at 4 is a good idea. Besides, like, that way it's out of the way of Shadow Word Death, so you can just afford eviscerating.
I would go
you know.
all in with the Edwin, you know?
You like that?
And most of the priests that I have seen lately have no Shadow Word Depths.
Real, that's right,
Oh,
actually.
one.
That makes a lot of sense. If Grim Patron's everywhere, what are you going to
Yeah.
Shadow Word Death? The 5-2 that comes out of the Inner Rage play?
Maybe you will double Inner Rage it to
Oh, wow. Kolento finding the second Akanai off the top.
7. And now the Edwin dies.
Well, rest in peace.
Shrinkmeister.
Wait, is that... Oh, he can steal something next turn.
Yep.
That is good.
And now he heals the Belcher. So...
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I didn't like killing the Aukanai, you know?
Yeah. I guess what I get what you're meaning. Yeah, what you're saying. Hey, you got some you got a fanboy on the stream. You didn't see the hashtag Twitter thing, did you?
No, no.
Check your tweets afterwards. Get a lot
Okay.
of love. All right, so this is still very easy for Firebat to handle.
Here's a sprint for 6 mana.
Yeah.
Draw 4 cards, 6 mana.
Who said Miracle Rogue was dead? You just changed the draw condition.
Yeah.
This guy's toast.
Agent to Belcher. Seems nice.
I think you can afford redaggering here.
Yes, I would definitely do this turn, because you have then...
A 0 mana later on.
You have Deadly Poison for 1 mana.
My God.
That's crazy.
So this is crazy. Can you picture that? Wait, dagger, deadly, then you
How much
set up
damage
the
is
stupidest
that?
thinkers. I don't even know.
How much damage is that? You have... You
Oh my
dagger
God.
up this turn. Why? Why would you use that?
No, you don't. I like that.
I don't like
I
it
wouldn't
at
use
all.
the charge though. Oh no.
This is why I dislike, no?
Oh no. This is why I don't like it.
Yeah, I would go for the Deadly Tinker Master Blade Flurry next turn.
Yeah.
if you need
Set up
that.
the biggest possible.
I would say
AoE
that's like
burst.
15 damage.
Yeah. So Kolento's not gonna steal anything. He's just gonna opt to trade everything away, which makes quite a bit of sense because it allows him to develop the Injured Blade Master.
Yeah, Enter Blade Master with Circle, I would say, because you. But the problem is you didn't see a sap yet.
Yeah.
So maybe it's better to save this Circle.
You know, there's one thing about Kolento's Breeze that changed over the course of KPL. I don't know if you noticed, but he threw out Recombobulator for Dr. Boom. I was very sad.
Really?
Yeah, it was cut out sometime during the game, and now he finds a sap. I guess that's a good time to do it.
I mean, you like the trade? I would say trade is better. Trade Redagger. And you want
yeah,
to
you're
keep
right. It sets up a much better Tinker's turn next turn.
It's either sap this and deal free damage to the face.
It's horrible. No, it's horrible.
Because you don't want to be left with that free damage on your board.
You sold me, Lothar. Like, I can't even defend the idea I had for like 5 seconds. There's no way I can defend that line of play. It's just horrible. Altogether. Alright. Well.
Now that's being stolen.
Let's get...
No, use the one you top decked.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't use the one he top decked. I disagree with that.
Yeah, that's a huge misplay.
Yeah, huge misplay here. There's
did
no
he
way.
squelch his opponent?
Oh man.
That's also a misplay if he didn't do that.
Yeah. So, Firebat's gonna go for...
the full board clear.
a big dagger, at least.
No, here's backstab. You look at that. Tall nose,
Yeah.
backstab the 4-3.
Attack face and go crazy.
Why not tall nose? Why
Do
not
you-
tall nose now?
Can you just Phantom Knife instead?
Wait. What's going on?
Oh my god, he's going all in.
6. He has 3 mana left after that. Blade Flurry 1. Eviscerate 2.
Okay, he's not going all in on this. Wait, why didn't he play the Thalnos after... Whoa. He didn't want to buff its attack?
Why?
Why not? It's good, right?
That was a misplay. Like, there's no...
I think
There's
he
no
changed his
reason
line
to-
of play sometime
Yeah.
in the middle there, but... He lost out on 3 additional
And now it can
potential
be
damage.
stolen.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like that very much. Well, it's a bit too late now. Thalnos is fighting for the other team, and Firebat may run out of fuel eventually.
Well, he has backstab, he has sap,
Yeah, but it's still...
he has low tap.
His follow-ups are looking a little less powerful, but he does have the board. But the thing is, if Kolento lives, the Akanai Circle on its own is going to be bad enough.
But that play might cost him the game.
I
here.
think so, yeah. And there may be something about that play that will carry on and be an issue.
It's still not bad. There's second Tinker and Eviscerate. So Kolento has to find a way to clear the board. And I feel it's kind of easy.
Yeah,
so
I think it's pretty simple at that point.
There's a Shadow Word Death. So you run first the Thalnos to the low tap. Then you drop the Aukenai and play the circle, right? Otherwise, if you keep...
Yeah, it depends on what he draws, but I think that's the only line of play that really makes a lot of sense. I guess alternatively, you could just play Akanai, ping the 3-3 if you play, but then Lotheb stays up. So there's a possibility that you just get blown out of the fight by the 5-5 that stays on the board.
You can also play Aukenai circle now, and then your Aukenai dies.
Yeah, and then you rip. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
And then if you had a zombie Shao, you would also heal up your opponent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can happen.
I feel like I've seen this somewhere.
Yeah. Second fault, okay. For 8 mana.
And now Firebat's board is looking pretty horrible. And I think this may be the moment where...
Second Blade Flurry.
Right.
It's
still doable.
It's still doable, yeah.
What if he plays Malagos? And has another prep? That could be a big deal.
Then Kolento needs a second Shrinkmeister. Malagos is 4, right?
Yeah, Malagos is 4 attack, indeed.
Then it's buffed to 2.
Yeah, you Shrinkmeister and then you steal it back.
Yeah.
Kolento finds the powered shield.
I would say you play first Forward Steel here.
To see what's in the deck or just to get cards?
To see what's left in the deck. That's huge information, you know?
Wow, look at that. He picked up the Earthling Farseer.
Second one. There's a second Farseer.
Yeah. And the Firebat's almost out of cards. Or at least Valera is.
So he knows that the last card in his deck is
very,
Agent.
Yeah.
Because that's the last card. He stole
There's
an
2
Agent.
more, I think, or yeah.
No. I'm almost out of cards, right? So that's 1 left.
Yeah. Isn't it 2? I thought it said it 2.
I think it's 1.
Okay. We'll make a debate on it. Well, There's not many options. I mean, this is horrible. This is the worst possible situation for Rogue, where you have to deal with Dr. Boom. I think, arguably, Dr. Boom is the biggest threat to Rogue.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Firebat is a master of the, I know where I have lost, let me just get out of there and not waste any time.
He lost because he Blade Flurried with that foul nose, like, in wrong order, first of all.
Well, I think his opponent could have still killed it. Like, it might have not meant the world, but it would have been...
It gives you the card draw, and not him.
Not him, and you get, cycle your deck, and you get the board presence, he doesn't steal it. So there's a slight misplay. I don't know if it would have changed the entire course of the game.
I would say
it was a big deal.
A huge deal.
Yeah.
I would say that was the losing play. He was in the position when he was winning, like clearly winning.
Yeah, I think
he had a foul nose backstab to kill the Palette Shredder, to go face with the dagger to clear the board.
And then, that's right, because he didn't go...
he didn't use the backstab.
Yeah, you're right.
And then
of the backstab.
You have a 4-1 foul nose on board, which has to be dealt by the priest, and priest has only like Holy Nova for that. Yeah. Second Aukenai.
If he has the cards, then he's lucky to have the second Aukenai. That's the other out. But otherwise, I guess.
Otherwise, you have a 4-1 on board, which deals 4 damage, and you have the second Tank Master.
And you get the spell damage as well.
Yeah. So I guess that was a really huge deal.